Browns plus 2.5 in Denver. Denver obviously coming off a win. Browns coming off a win. Both close games. I'm surprised the total's not lower.
Well, here's the thing, too. The Browns are on their backup quarterback. And I guess the Vikings are, too. But, like, the Josh Dobbs has been a different experience for the Vikings at backup quarterback where he's doing stuff that a lot of starters, the teams wish that their starters were doing, at least this season where the quarterback play has been down. But the Browns come in with, like, DTR, who has not looked amazing. Like, he looked serviceable enough to get them by and get the win against a really solid Steelers defense. But they only scored, 13 points, I think?
Yeah,
to beat the Steelers?
13-10 or something like that, yeah.
Yeah, it was 13-10 final, I'm pretty sure. So now you're going into Denver, and it's the same spread as the Vikings game was on Sunday Night Football. I don't know. I think this is a little fishy. I lean Broncos here despite how good the Browns defense has been. It pains me to say that because I could totally I can totally picture it now, like Russ throwing 3 picks, and this one's and with how good the Browns defense has been. The Browns are putting up like defensive numbers similar to some of the greatest defenses in football history now, which is crazy. I'm not going to go through line by line. Like it's very well documented how well this defense has been doing since they brought in Schwartz, but I do think that I do lean Broncos here just because of the quarterback factor for the Browns and how much better the Broncos defense has looked lately. I doubted you when we talked about it on the podcast. I doubted you when we talked about it throughout the week, but you are correct. The Broncos defense has started to improve. So much so that NBC would not shut the fuck up about it last night. So,
yeah, I mean, that's what I was trying to say. Like the defense is just far changed. They're a top 10 defense now, and obviously they were the team that led up 70 plus to the fucking Dolphins. This is a much different team defensively and even offensively than what we saw last year and the beginning of this year. The issue for me is this Browns defense good enough to hold not so great offenses, mediocre offenses like the Broncos to 10, 15 points where, the Broncos defense slips up and Russ throws a pick and pick 6. And now you've got a team that can win games. And I do think if the Browns had a serviceable quarterback, this is a team that is miles above the AFC North. This is I'll say with the Ravens. The Ravens look really, really good as well. I liked the Broncos last night, and they bit me on the butt. However, what I want to say is the public is 0-4 back in the Broncos this season, Andy, and they're backing them here. The money is 2-6 back in the Broncos. Drop differentials 3-6 back in the Broncos. Everything is back in the Broncos right now.
They're due.
They're due.
I'm not tailing them just yet. I'm going to wait until Sunday, but they're due. This is a tough one to handicap, but I still lean the Broncos just for the reasons that you cited and that I cited. I
love
Browns
the under.
For me, like
that's what I'll say.
Under's very juicy.
It's a tough game. I like what you're saying against the Broncos with the spread based on the Vikings. Exact same spread, very different situations, which is why there is value on the Broncos. However, I think this historic defense is a bit different, and the Vikings defense has its holes. Its secondary is not great, and even then, it took until like the final drive for the Broncos to actually score a touchdown. Yes, they drove the ball, but they were not able to punch it in, and I think that's a major issue for the Broncos against the Browns. And if they can't score points, the Browns can win with another 13, 14 points. So I love the under. I don't know if I can get behind Broncos yet, but we'll see what happens as the week moves on. Obviously, it's still very, very early. Okay. Wow. All right. 16 games, Andy. We got through it all. Thursday night, hopefully everyone can spend some great time with their family. Thank you for checking us out. As always, this is Sharpen the Public, the only sports betting podcast focused on leveraging public betting information so we can win more bets in the NFL. We're the only people that really track it like this. We talk about how the public does every week. We update you every week on the trends and money and sharps and all that fun stuff. So thank you for checking us out. If you have any questions, reach out to us on Twitter at DJH Sports or at AndyHH Sports. We have weekly articles, NFL, NBA, anything you name it, all sports betting related. MMA, anything sports betting related, we've got it. We are your guys at happyhoursports.net. Thank you again, as always.
Again, excited to take a little time off, spend some time with the family, and hope you all are too. But again, we'll be active on Twitter throughout the holidays. I know I will be. So stay tuned. Make sure to follow us at Deej HH Sports and at Andy HH Sports, because we'll be tweeting out plays for Thanksgiving as well as for the Black Friday and Sunday games. So can't wait, man. It's going to be nice to be home and relax for a bit.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome. Like I did last year, I'll have a Thanksgiving Day article as well as a Sunday article. So expect 2 plays or posts from me this week, always with all my plays tracked as I do every week. So you can check all that stuff out on happyhoursports.net. If you're listening on YouTube, thank you guys so much for checking us out. Please subscribe to the channel as we continue to grow here. We're getting a few comments here and there, so appreciate you guys all coming out and supporting us. And yeah, we appreciate it as always. Happy Thanksgiving. Enjoy your time with your family. But we will see you in the next one.
Peace, guys. The boys bet better with beer.